What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd. I'm back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action, spawning on the left side of the map in the red color, wishing he still had a veto in this series, because obviously he should veto this map. He is GrandMonster. He is Odin. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Zeus. His name is Player. The map is Mediterranean. Everyone's favorite map that nobody has ever complained about once, ever in the history of the community. In that there is never going to be any busted matchups here. It's the most balanced map in the entire game, with a lot of fun and interesting mechanics involved. Now, before you click off of this video, knowing who, confident in your knowledge of who the result is going to be, just know that it's a new game. You know, maybe we see a Norse victory here. Maybe. So buckle your seatbelts in, get your popcorn ready. If you're a British supporter of tea, maybe get a pot of tea on, because I'm sure this game is going to go longer than 6 minutes. So you can definitely hop up, go and get that tea, and you will not see the game ended by the time you're back. And you know, that's gonna be it. So we've got Zeus here. Gonna be going for the classic. Eat goats, don't build a granary, fishing ship build order, and yeah, living the dream. I don't know what to say here. I mean, player's not going to do anything interesting here. He is going to go for a 420 or 430 advance time with about 8 to 10 fishing ships. He's going to have 2 docks. He is going to micro really well with his 2 range advantage. He's not going to lose a single trireme before restoration. GrandMonster's probably going to lose 1 or 2 trireme. He's going to lose one longboat to either bolt, or he's going to lose his Valkyrie to bolt, one of the two. And then beyond that, we're gonna see a restoration come down, and then player's gonna push through. That's if GrandMonster hasn't come up with anything new in this matchup. What I want to see GrandMonster do is exactly what he's doing right now. He's throwing down 2 docks early, throw down a 3rd dock while he advances. That way he can play very defensive here or very defensive here, with 2 docks helping out, which gives him a bonus, essentially a bonus for ships worth of help. So we'll see how GrandMonster does. And I do implore you to not click on the video to see how long the game goes for, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the end. So you're going to be so confused. So when you see it goes for 45 minutes to an hour and a half, you know why. Yes. Okay. Continuing along here. GrandMonster's getting his house down. He's got his 2nd dock. He's got 4 villages on wood. Question is, can he afford a temple, which he does need to throw up? Like, the build is letting him down here. He's going to get this temple up at about 4 minutes and not be able to advance till 5 minutes. So TSM player is going to have such a huge advantage on the water. And unlike Thor, dwarves do not gather from trees as fast as gatherers. Thor does in the early stages before hand axe. So what you can do is you can be building dwarves instead of gatherers. So if you do get pushed off the food here, off the fish, your gatherers can keep your economy going, churning out, while your fishing ship are idle, and you can be pumping longboats in here, and then you can pop out and then get your fish back. And the Huskal or coming back to throw down a 3rd dock. Does he throw it down here? Ooh. 3 docks. Defend right here. No, not going to go for that. There's the 3rd dock for GrandMonster. I was going to say, where's player's dock? He started constructed down here. All right. Fair enough. Athena's on the way. No surprises. One day, player's going to go for a land rush here. He's going to completely get someone off, completely catch someone by surprise. So this is sort of, what do we see, Freya? Yeah, it's actually not that late. Well, it's going to be a 5-minute advance time. It's pretty late. Kind of needs to be 4:45, I think, at the very latest. But the trireme coming in. House coming up for GrandMonster. 8 villagers on wood, 12 villagers on wood, 5 villagers on gold. So a good amount of economy here for GrandMonster. We check out the resources. He's going to be able to support 3, maybe build 5 longboats straight away here. And we'll see how he goes. He's going to... Oh, don't lose your fishing ship. There we go. Garrison them slowly. Going well. The Valkyrie making its way forward here. There's the longboats. How many houses? He's got enough here. He's spamming them out. For trireme here coming through. Oh no, he didn't garrison them. Surely that's a mistake. Nice micro from player, obviously. He's got the range advantage, so he can do that. And GrandMonster is just going to chill here. Sit underneath these 2 docks. Bolt gets used on the Valkyrie. No surprises. Good micro from player. GrandMonster, no, not done any damage yet to player's trireme. Almost already lost one of these. He probably should just, honestly, against Zeus, you should just leave your Valkyrie here. Just here and heal your longboats. At least then you get some value out of it before it gets bolted. Nice snipe there from TSM player getting 1 longboat. We've got some Herso raids coming in. This may be painful for player because he's got no units here. We see he's literally just about to raid with these. Just hold on to it for 2 seconds. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. NTO Mo Kid, not Mo Kid. Anyways, longboats fighting back. Just beautiful, it's just really good micro from TSM player. Casting restoration. This trireme doesn't die. Oof. Has anything I've said not been the case this game? Well, let's see if GrandMonster can hold on. The micro from player is just otherworldly. The Hersa are dealt... Imagine if you had Forest Fire. I get to say it every single time. Every single time I get to say it. It's amazing. Eight longboats to 11 trireme. The longboats very, very low HP here. Oh. And player finds the Hersa. They were trying to heal back up using Odin's regenerative powers. Nope. The Hersa... Wait, they do reheal. Why doesn't it show up? Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so the question is, what does player do now? He's chopping wood over here. He's getting gold over here. How many villagers on wood? He's got 17 villagers on wood. Oh, plus 4. 21 villagers on wood. That's a lot of villagers there. That means he's going to stay in the classical age and probably get 2nd, 3rd town center at some point. Again, nice micro from player to pull GrandMonster's boats out. I mean, it's almost at this point that GrandMonster should just Alt-S his boats and just sit back here. Let player come in with his ships, try and pull back, then the passive stance will automatically change the target fire for the longboats here. Yeah, the back ships don't fight, so you have to target them, but they're never going to get pulled back instantly, and then you can just micro like normal. And now we're seeing the longboats fight back fairly decently, and player has to retreat. And in fact, it's looking as though GrandMonster has done okay here. Nice micro from GrandMonster, but also from player. The triremes are engaging, but the longboats have done pretty good. I mean, they maybe doing pretty good. I really need to sneeze right now. I'm trying to get the mute button in when it comes through, but maybe I won't sneeze. Who knows? The suspense is killing me. Just like the trireme fight here, as the longboats win. Guys! Guys! I don't have to put 1,000,000 years worth of blackness at the back of this video because it's not going to be finished at 10 minutes. But what do you do now? You won the water, or you haven't lost the water as Norse. Quite clearly, the answer here, at least in my opinion, is to rush Heroic Age, wall off this side of the map, hill fort here, push this gold mine with Frost or with Walking Woods. So you just take these villages off of wood, eat these 2 boar here, keep putting the pressure on, but don't actually engage, and then wait for player to push back. But player's just getting, what's he doing? He's getting town centers? Got no idea what player's doing here. He's just happily defending in here. Nice micro from player yet again. But this is like some new fandangle Norse here from GrandMonster. Dipping into the playbook of SNL No Mercy, adapting it for Odin, and managing to push TSM player off of water. The second case ever seen. History is being made. Turns out Norse is overpowered on Mediterranean, and everyone had it wrong for so long here. The answer was simple. 3 docks. Let's just hope that Zeus players don't level up their own game plan now to deal with the 3 dock Norse play, because then things will be bad. Now the trireme popping out for TSM play. GrandMonster has to retreat. He does have the ship speed, so he can chase the longboats away. But there's quite a few longboats here for GrandMonster. If he wants to fight, he's got 16 to 15. So he's definitely got the boat numbers here. Trireme coming back in. Going to be hitting some of these fishing ships. Nice raid from player, but good garrison micro from GrandMonster in turn. Now, TSM player has to retreat back. A lot of these boats here are low HP for GrandMonster. 17 trireme now to 19. And it's looking like GrandMonster, he's got his 2 longhouses. Hasn't started on his second town center just yet. Hasn't looked to the next age. Still just... Oh, he does have villages on food, though. So maybe he is looking to go to the next age. So we'll see how he goes here. Nice micro yet again from both players. Great concave from player, but GrandMonster is fighting a lot of these close triremes. These triremes are too close, not able to abuse the range advantage that Zeus has here. And now, it's just looking like GrandMonster is in front here. Ursa and Ulfsark pushing the Katoskopos back. Not 100% sure why GrandMonster's eating pigs and not these boar, but it is what it is. And both players are just spamming onto wood here. Look at this, 27 villages on one wood line. Needs to build another storehouse, but you know, what can you do? And there's the second town center for GrandMonster. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. Just because the heroic age is so strong for Odin against Zeus that I don't see any reason in delaying it when you could just advance there instead. Because this here is 600, 700 resources. GrandMonster's got 1,000 wood in the bank. Imagine instead of that 1,000 wood and instead of this town center, he had these villages eat these boar. He could have been in the next age. Now player is getting aggressive with the hoplites, denying the town center, pushing in with the trireme. Player could potentially just push forward with military buildings, give up the water if he wants to. It's looking like he's... Why are you running? 14. You had... It was 1. I'm so confused sometimes. Anyways, the hoplites moving back in. Checking out this location. We do see some throwing axemen coming down for GrandMonster. The Jason trying to get sniped with 1 HP remaining. Seeing an armory coming up for player. Maybe going for an underworld attack here. He still don't have an armory for GrandMonster. He's just looking to get his second town center because players already putting up this, has already put up his second town center. I wouldn't be surprised to see the third town center going up either. We don't have heroic age for player, but player's just going to push to the late game now and take this one late, which is kind of cool. We'll see if GrandMonster's got any response to it. Meanwhile, the Minotaur is going to be taking down the weak Odin houses. Now Ursa getting pulled over here. A Valgaror Bear Boiler. 2 town centers going up for GrandMonster at the same time. Boar over here getting eaten. Minotaur getting shot down as the Ursa comes in. These villagers maybe need to jump over onto the chicken. Like, again, how much wood do you have? 700 wood in the bank. Just move over onto the chicken. Do anything else except for gather wood. Norse economy is like Atlantean economy in that you can transfer it very, very easily. And therefore you should. Another trireme targeting down this longboat. Needs to retreat it. Oh, he doesn't get it though. Nice concave from TSM player. But again, his army is very... Well... Again, GrandMonster retreating from winning fights. He needs to get more in the habit of seeing how many boats he has. And just... like, they're so low HP. And TSM player actually going to lose all of his food here. GrandMonster does have Persine. So that's going to be helpful. The gold mine gets pushed off of though. And no Skadi? Skadi's coming in, so it's fine. GrandMonster should be able to stay alive here with the help of Frost. Do we have a heroic age from TSM player? We do not, and he is not that close to it, to be honest. And the dwarves all moving over onto this gold mine. No attempt at building a wall here for GrandMonster, which is surprising. But houses getting sniped as TSM player is putting his foot down on GrandMonster's throat, utilizing the Zeus army here. More houses coming up for GrandMonster as he's losing them. This town center is almost up for GrandMonster. Going to have 3 for himself. And he's actually, I mean, he's fine. He's getting shaft mine. He's getting his upgrades, but he's losing his temple. If he loses the temple, that's no frost giant. And that's got to be... That's some feels bad there. If I've ever seen some feels bad, that's some feels bad. GrandMonster idle with his longboats. Needs to push forward with them there. Utilize them to slow down the food income of TSM player. There is the frost coming in. We see a hill fort going down for GrandMonster as well, so he can get out the Huskal. But no frost giants is huge, or no free frost giant is huge. More units coming in for TSM player to push in onto GrandMonster here. And now these Toxotes that are just here, the 3 Toxotes that are here, can just snipe units and be very, very painful. But the hill fort will get up, which is fantastic. Still making Ulfsark here for some reason. Needs more throwing axemen. Needs more Huskal. Needs it all. But I don't know if he's going to have the army here to defend against this. There's 10 hoplites. I mean, maybe player just retreats. I don't know if he just retreats. He could almost win this fight. But he is going to go back. We've got Apollo coming through for player. And if there's one thing the player is good at, it's casting Underworld at the right time, in the right location. Now we finally see these longboats moving forward and going to be cleaning up these fishing ships. There's the Apollo. There is Persine for TSM player. The hoplites pushing back. Throwing axemen, dealing with these hoplites now. Nice attack from the Toxotes here as the Huskal pushing in. Got to send those Huskal over here onto the Toxotes, and he does manage to do so. GrandMonster in a great position, but he is getting attacked on his gold mine now. Underworld Passage coming in. Oh, could have put it here. Should have put it here. Now their villagers, he's going to get a couple of villager kills. He's going from one side of the map to the other to try and gold control here. And now, how does GrandMonster get this back? I mean, he can just defend this gold. Seeing a lot of villagers coming over here. Oxcart coming out. The Toxotes popping back out now. And what's GrandMonster's population sitting at? He's at 120 out of 145. Does he have a market? He's got a market. He can sell wood just sell the wood for gold right now. What's the trading in? You can get a lot of gold for it. So sell that, get your army out, and then hold on to your gold mine. I'm not sure if... I mean, maybe just a hill fort as well would be okay. Maybe sneaking it up over here, I don't know. See a longhouse going over there for GrandMonster. The army's getting pushed back. Maybe with the Frost Giant coming out, GrandMonster can take down the Underworld. We do see that GrandMonster has sold some wood here. And he's just trying to pump out the gold in order to push through. He's got idle longboats here. This is so much population. That's 14 population of longboats here. But he's still managing to push through the Zeus army. Medium infantry coming in. TSM player is going for age 4 through Hephaestus now, though. How is GrandMonster going to deal with Hephaestus? Fortified town centers coming in. He's got control of this gold mine. This gold mine is about to run out. 2,000 gold left. The army retreating back. We've got Fortress here. That's going to be Heliopolis. It's going to be Hypaspist. GrandMonster has to transition into raiding cavalry here. Getting heavy cavalry. And Jarls, maybe. For some reason, picking off the fishing ship. It's doing not too much. A Manticore raid going up to the ox cart. Really smart play from player to target down those ox carts instead of the villagers there. Causing a lot of problems there. There's the Hephaestus. Instant Plenty Vault. Still instant Plenty Vault. Instant Forge of Olympus. Instant coinage. Where's the market though? Oh, it's here. It's almost a good market. One day. All the hill forts going up, but is it too... Like, this is only 1,000 gold. How is he going to get access to this gold mine? How does he get access to this gold mine? Will he be able to... Maybe he just goes Mythic Age through Balder here. Because he's got the fish. He's got the fish, so he can come back onto that reliably. He's got the longboats here to defend. So maybe Ragnarok here allows him to continue in this game. The Pacifists are already out, though. I don't know how he deals with those. GrandMonster getting close to being able to age up with 600 food in the bank. And player's going to be full bronze and full iron fairly soon, actually. As we see the Forge of Olympus god technology has been finished here. Meanwhile, TSM player pushing forward here. He's going to be able to take down these throwing action. The pacifists do so much damage. There's the upgrades. Heliopolis coming in. Colossus coming in. Goldmine is extinguished here by GrandMonster. He's got no food in the bank because he spent it all, possibly on raiding cavalry, on Jarls. So the Jarls can come in and deal with these Hypaspis, deal with the Colossus. The Frost Giant needs to get over here and kill off this Heliopolis, but it looks like he's sort of stuck here. And the Bellerophon coming in to make matters even worse. Bellerophon, he's got his eyes set on the Frost Giant here with the Jason and the Odysseus. The hill fort goes down. The villagers moving in to try and take down the underworld passage. Looking like he may be able to do so. The Bellerophon jumps over. Look at this damage. So much damage with the 26 hack damage. And this is what Heliopolis do. They just deal so much damage, tank so much, and just sit here. The underworld goes down though. And now the Bellerophon taking down the Frost Giant. The Heliopolis have taken down the second hill fort. No more production for those Jarls. And GrandMonster taps out. GG. Well played by player here. Taking this win. Incredibly well played. In fact, GrandMonster had this game in the palm of his hands, but he forgot the Odin win condition against Zeus. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. What is the Odin win condition against Zeus? No one? It is Skadi. Skadi is the win condition. You got to get there fast. You have to get there fast. There's no sense in getting this town center to delay. There's no sense in even winning the water if you can't get there quickly. So, get Skadi, get your hill forts. In fact, if player goes for this 3-town center play here, I reckon sacking the water here after in that position that he was in, not even sacking it, but just like not building more ships and forcing player, if he wants to win, to devote more resources here, and then getting out, throwing Axeman Huskarl and just pushing, probably is fine. You probably win. You can get the town center before you go as well and go 2 town center, push through Skadi, and you can gold control and win the game. But player reacted to what was going on well and managed to get to his power spike, take the victory here. GG, well played. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow button on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next